Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Did you know? This is very, very interesting, and this is something that we should all be aware of. Did you know that when employers build a business that is based on wage theft or violation of child labor laws, the goods that they produce are considered illegal contraband that cannot be shipped to any store and in any commerce for any reason? So there's this company, it's called the Exclusive Poultry Incorporated. It's a poultry producer and supplier in Southern California. They have had to agree to pay an estimated $3.8 million in penalties and damages after there was an investigation that revealed that the employer employed minors in dangerous jobs. I remember this happening, last year, the year before? And this is actually another company that got caught. So, according to the DOL, or Department of Labor, the company hired children as young as 14 years old to debone poultry using dangerous tools and stuff like that, and to operate power driven lifts to move pallets. So, officials who investigated said that minors were working excessive hours in violation of the federal child labor regulations, and employers later punished their workers who cooperated with the DOL investigators by reducing their wages. Shady, shady, right? So investigators also accused these employers of refusing to pay required overtime wages to their employees. Instead, they were paid by either by piece rate or by straight time hourly rate when they worked grueling like 50, 60, 70 hours. And by piece rate, I'm talking about they would pay them in chicken. Okay, so when investigators also discovered that these employers, they failed to maintain required records when they omitted several workers from their payroll records. Of course, it would be the minors because they don't want to get caught doing that. So the Exclusive Poultry owner, his name is Tony Bran, Bran. He willfully withheld workers' earned wages, endangered minors, and retaliated against employees to conceal his shadiness. And the wage and hour division will continue to work at every level of this industry to prevent employers or even retailers from exploiting the workers and including the children for profit. Okay, so if, say, Publix or Winn-Dixie or Walmart gets caught selling this brand of chicken, they now get in trouble. So aside from the $3.8 million in fines, the settlement terms also require Tony Bran and the company, the Exclusive Poultry, to be monitored for the next 3 years to ensure that they are in total compliance. And these employers must also offer the workers who were fired from this company following the investigation hiring preference. So they got to get their jobs back before they're allowed to hire any more workers, which is smart. So this Tony Bran and the executive or Exclusive Poultry, they have to pay $3.5 million back in back pay and damages to affected workers if they got hurt. Out of the total amount, $300,000 will be set aside for punitive damages. Meanwhile, the back pay totaled more than $100,000, and it'll be paid out to the employees who experienced retaliatory conduct because of this guy. And the employers must also pay out $200,000 in civil penalties assessed by the Division of Child Labor and Willful Violations. But despite the proof that the investigators uncovered, okay, the lawyer, his name is Anthony McLaren, okay, he is the company's lawyer. He claimed, now of course they got to make him out to be the poster boy, but he claimed that the client was unaware that children had been employed at the poultry processor. BS. So this added that the $3.8 million agreement with the federal government was just in the best interest of moving forward, putting this behind us. It's okay. We're fine. We didn't do anything wrong. Come on. So they said, this lawyer said, they're just allegations. They're allegations, and the case is in its infancy, and we were just beginning to do our own discovery to understand whether or not these allegations are true. Give it a rest, man. Because this company, they said, is effectively out of business. Good. Good. They should be out of business. What gives them the right to employ children as young as 14 years old, all the while knowing that they can get hurt? So this investigation included 2 poultry plants in the city of Industry and La Puente that is controlled by this Tody brand. And evidence suggests that him and some other companies, they had to set up. Oh no, I'm sorry. Was it just him or was it somebody else too? I think it was just him. He set up what's called a front company to like cover his butt pretty much to employ these workers at these plants. And the companies include Meza, M-E-Z-A, Poultry, Nolus, N-O-L-L-U-S, Poultry, Sulon, S-U-L-L-O-N, Poultry, and Valtira, V-A-L-T-I-E-R-R-A, Poultry. So this Tony guy, the companies, and the listed owners of these front companies, right, they're pretty much like bogus companies, are now subject to a consent judgment that prevents them from violating labor laws, of course, including paying their employees less than minimum wage, which is what they were doing, paying an adequate overtime pay, and allowing children younger than 16, which they were about 14 years old when they got hired, to work too many hours. So court documents also revealed that the investigation was initially launched in 2022. That's right, because I remember talking about it. After an adult worker reported unpaid wages. So the judgment follows several months of the DOL received a preliminary injunction and temporary restraining order against this company, this Exclusive Poultry, preventing the company from shipping any hot goods into commerce and any goods from a location where the department observed child labor. So when, like I said, when businesses build a business off of wage theft, violations, child labor laws, and everything else, their goods are no goods. You might as well just throw them in the trash because it's illegal. It's contraband. They can't ship it to any store. All tools must be used to prevent and stop the shipments of these hot goods that continue to harm the kids, the workers, and the competition in the marketplace. So this Exclusive Poultry supplies goods to supermarkets, food distributors that sell chicken products like Aldi, Kroger, Ralph's, Grocery Outlet, and Cisco. So according to Aldi, it has never used the Exclusive Poultry as a supplier, but the company said it has a stringent process for identifying suppliers to ensure compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. Meanwhile, the grocery outlet also claimed that it never used this company either, and they also denied using any of the companies associated with the DOL's investigation. According to Cisco, the DOL investigation findings of the Exclusive Poultry represent serious violations of legal and regulatory requirements and are inconsistent with the ethical standards outlined in Cisco's Supplier Code of Conduct. So Cisco also said that it was evaluating the situation and would take appropriate remedial actions to ensure that all suppliers uphold the company standards on food and food safety and labor. Okay, that's a good thing. So watch when you're buying chicken. Watch that you don't buy this Exclusive Poultry brand of chicken. I've never heard of it, but just don't buy it, okay? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.